Previously, games have been mostly limited to the two-dimensional world and restricted to controllers and keyboards to interact with the player. While this allowed players to extend themselves onto the character they were playing as, the level of immersion was still limited. Being able to immerse yourself into a game and feel like the immortal ranger of Gondor, slaying the Urks of Sauron's army that you are playing as, is an important part of the game. Games that rely on atmosphere and suspense to put the player on edge would be unable to do so if the player didn't feel invested into their character. Why does it matter that your character is being attacked by an acid-blooded alien while traversing the hallways of Sevastopol if there is no emotional investment between the player and the character? What is virtual reality? The computer-generated simulation of a three-dimensional image or environment that can be interacted with in a seemingly real or physical way by a person using special electronic equipment, such as a helmet with a screen inside or gloves fitted with sensors. How exactly is this illusion achieved? Virtual reality works by displaying two compressed images on a single panel which is attached to a headset. The two compressed images, when seen through the headset's lens, create a whole new level of visual enhancement. With the Oculus Rift over your head, you feel as if you are in the world itself, much like the first experience with a three-dimensional movie. Games supported thus far. As it has not yet been released, not many games are yet supported by the Oculus Rift. But here's some games that the Oculus does support: Star Citizen, Hawken, Alien Isolation, Amnesia, Outlast, Routine, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 2, and many, many indie games. The Oculus Rift is a piece of virtual reality equipment targeted towards the video gaming market. The hardware acts as a pair of goggles and tracks users' cranial motions and translates them onto the two images presented on one screen. This immerses the player in a world they are playing in and allows the player to have a deeper connection with their character. The Oculus Rift offers a much more immersive option to virtual reality in games and grants the players the ability to make a connection with their character much easier than traditional methods. Impact on video games. The Oculus Rift is easily the most hyped product in video games since the days that 3D graphics became the norm. The Oculus Rift has become known for the next level of video games, and with it has come hundreds of indie created games that are made solely to take advantage of the Rift's abilities. Impact on gaming hardware. John Carmack, sometimes known as the father of gaming, is the man who created Doom and is now the pioneer of QuakeCon. For the past years, Carmack has dedicated his life to helping all designers who wish to use virtual reality. Virtual reality, being a unique way to immerse yourself into a 3D game, requires gaming platforms to render a left eye and right eye image at full resolution, effectively doubling the workload on the standard gaming hardware. To show the impact of rendering two images at a time, we ran benchmarks with various games on two budget graphics cards, the GTX 760 and the AMD Radeon R9 270X, and compared them to two fairly high-end cards, the GTX 780 and the GTX 980. Here are the results. Pros of the Oculus Rift. It is very immersive. It has a bigger screen. They can be used with glasses. And it's as if it goes beyond gaming. Cons of the Oculus Rift: motion sickness, headaches, next train due to the weight of the Rift, and many developers say that fast-paced games do not work well with it. The Oculus Rift currently retails at $350 US. Impact on the economy. With the introduction of an entirely new area of technology brought on by the virtual reality, it is extremely likely that a new billion-dollar industry will be upon us in less than 10 years. Conclusion. Virtual reality is the future, but will this future crash and burn, or will it ascend humanity into a glorious science-fiction technologically run space age? Only time will tell.